Guys, before we get to today's video, I want to ask you a question. What makes TFL Truck unique? And of course, it's the fact that we have an entire team, unlike most channels which are just one person, but that means we can create a lot more videos and we can give you a lot more news coverage, but it's expensive, isn't it, Ken?
That's right. I ain't cheap. It takes a lot of money to get me here, and of course, donuts.
And the bottom line is that we want to give you the best coverage we can with the best content we can, and frankly, that's not cheap either.
And you can support us by clicking on the link below, patreon.com/TFLcar, where you can donate, a couple bucks a month. But our goal for the month overall is $5,000, which will help us quite a lot.
So guys, if you like what we do, if you appreciate the team, please support this team because we want to keep our videos free. Motor Trend just left YouTube, and that's because they couldn't really make a go of it financially, and we're one of the last remaining automotive teams, and we want to keep making great free videos. Thanks for your support, and click below and help pitch in a few bucks. And I think we've got some special perks coming for our Patreon members, and we'll let you know more about those as this campaign, as this pledge drive develops over the next week.
Howdy folks, Nathan here with Mikey, and this is our Project Hummer, and this is a stack of brand spanking new tires. Why are they here?
Well, Nathan, as you know, our Hummer is set to be an overlanding vehicle, and to do overlanding you're going to want some big beefy tires. So fortunately our friends at BF Goodrich were kind enough to send us a 5-piece set of Mud Terrain KM2 tires, and so we're gonna try them out. But first, we need to see how these old tires perform. So we're gonna go up to Goldmine Hill, do a run, see how they do. Then we're gonna come back down, put on the new tires, and then go back up to Goldmine Hill and see how they compare. Alright guys, well, we are loaded up in the back of the Hummer. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, it was terrible.
So we're gonna go up to Goldmine Hill. Yeah?
Let's give it a go.
Let's go.
Continuity is what it's all about. So what we're going to do is, yes, we're here at Goldmine Hill. We're going to drive this up this snowy hill using the old tires. Now, I have no doubt that we can make it at least most of the way up here. The question is, how much better are the new tires over these? Well, we're going to find out. But what the hell happened up there?
Dude, it's an absolute mess up here today.
It looks like somebody blew through a tree or something like that. You know what? Somebody was tearing apart little bits of tree to give them traction to get out of there.
Not too bad on the first stage, right?
Well, the last 20 feet were pretty hair-raising because I completely lost rear traction at one point and started sliding over.
Looked like you were slipping a little bit.
I might not be able to make this corner. Yeah, if I bounce off a tree, Roman's gonna kill me, so I gotta be real careful about this.
Be careful. Fold in the mirrors if you have to also.
I think I can do that.
Okay. Dude, that was a lot of slipping there.
Yep, and frankly, I'm starting to go the opposite direction. So these tires aren't gonna cut it.
Yeah, what do you say we go back down, swap them out, and try it again?
I'm still looking forward to backing down this hill.
That's not gonna be any fun, is it?
No, it's gonna suck. You're gonna guide me, right?
Of course, Nathan. Of course I am. Do you want to try it with some momentum or no? Oh man.
It's slipping. That really sucked. But I think, other than the fact that this thing weighs as much as, a large country, that if we replace the tires, that'll really take care of it. These things have really deep cleats. I think that'll dig down, and I think we'll have better traction. If not, today, the rest of the day is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I think I lost a year or two.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Careful. All right, well, let's head down to Boulder and swap out some tires, huh?
I need a stiff drink. Guys, you recognize this vehicle, right? It's our TFL Trucks brand spanking new used Hummer.
Frank.
Frank. I hate that name. Question is, are we going to tow with it? Answer is hell yeah, but what do we have to do first?
Well, it does not have an integrated brake controller, so we gotta install one. So we bought this, the Tekonsha Prodigy 3 or P3, and
Okay.
and let's install it, and then we have to go up the Ike.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go, guys. We got two things here. Let's first unbox the P3. Here's the instructions. And bracket, wiring, another bracket. Ooh, look at that. It actually has its own little case. That is pretty cool. All right, and here's the controller. Now, we are in luck because we also have this. And this is a GM-specific wiring harness. And that basically means that this system is plug and play. Why this particular brake controller?
Well, two reasons. Number one, Mr. Truck said so. Number two, actually, this is a reasonably priced controller. By the way, we bought it ourselves. This is not a sponsorship. And we picked it because it has a lot of features, a lot of flexibility. You can configure up to 5 trailers, different profiles. You have a boost feature, so if you need more braking, you can actually hit it and boost the voltage going to the brakes. So a lot of good functionality, decent cost, and Mr. Truck said so.
Okay, can you hold that up to the camera? I'm curious about something. Where do you pinch in order to activate the brakes manually?
But now,
Oh, is it down there?
so actually, there's a little manual controller on the bottom.
Right,
So
then.
it's not actual thing that's on the face of
Right,
it.
it's underneath.
So it's a secret. Okay, so once again we got lucky. This Hummer H2 is wired for 7-pin connector for the trailer on the back bumper, and there is electrical panel here underneath the dash. And this nut is basically a hand tighten plastic nut. Okay, now that it's gone, the cover comes off. In theory, there the cover comes off. Are we okay?
I guess so.
Oh, I just hit the key in my pocket. I have the monkey in my pocket, guys.
Okay.
The box comes off. Okay, this is the diagram, and up here it says trailer 6-way, brown connector. Okay, so now I do have a brown connector because we bought, like we said, an additional GM connector right here. So we're gonna try to plug this directly in. Boom, it clicks. Okay, so now we have this much cord to make sure we mount the brake controller properly. Okay, so let's test that we actually have a power connection to the brake controller. So we're gonna have to power it up, and I'll take the harness, plug it in, and we should see the screen come on. Output shorted, no brakes. That does not look like a good message, Nathan.
No, it doesn't look like a good message.
So let's check the manual and see what that means. So, Tekonsha gives you a little diagram on how to correctly install the brake controller or how to do it incorrectly. So it has to be in the direction of travel of vehicle, and it has to be level side to side, but it does not have to be level front to back. So they tell you you can actually rotate it and mount it in this direction. So it has to be level this way, but you could rotate it. It does have an inertia sensor in the back to proportion how much power goes to the brakes. After successful wiring of P3, you should see the following. You should just see their name and the name of the brake controller. We saw a warning message, so let me look that up. In probable cause, detects brake output wire shorted to ground. Short during idle condition. Use of some test lights or non-Tekonsha testers can cause this problem. So we don't know what was wired here before, right, Nathan?
That's correct.
So it could be like some sort of a temporary trailer hookup that was done. So we need to do more research.
Indeed we do.
Dude, I think I found another wiring diagram that I can actually hook up the trailer brakes with.
Well, that's better than us having to go to somebody and beg them to fix it, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of fixing, We do have another problem.
What?
Check engine light came on, and this baby started idling rough, especially in the mornings.
Are you serious? Okay, well, let's try it. You know, I think I have a hunch.
You think you have a hunch?
Yeah, because remember that filter I did with oil and all that stuff?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's see.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we have this handy tuner, which is also a code reader.
And for those of you who don't know, you plug it into your OBD2 port, and you can get this information.
Show trouble codes. Select and press continue. Massive volume airflow. System too lean. Random misfire.
That sounds about right. That's what it was doing.
So you know what? You know, remember how I was saying don't over oil your air filters?
Yeah?
You could damage your mass airflow sensors?
Yeah.
Could it be that I did it?
Well, it wasn't a problem before.
Well, that filter was there before I got to it.
Yeah, and then you got to it and you over-oiled it.
No, I did not. I was very careful.
Yeah, well, how else do we lose the mass airflow sensor?
I'll have to pay for it. There's that pesky light right there. It's actually running not bad, but when it gets cold, you can really tell it's having a rough idle. Well, let's open it up and take out the old mass airflow so we can actually exchange it for a new one.
We need to take the engine out of your pickup truck, the diesel, and put it in here, and all our problems will be solved.
Sure, yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
It's so handy how they have all these areas where you can leave tools easily. I wonder
And
why.
forget about them?
I don't know, just be able to reacquire them very easily and also store them very easily. I find that a bit suspicious, but I'm not going to say anything else about that.
So let's take this actual air box out to see if that helps.
Let's re-oil it so we can get more oil in there. And how much did that thing cost? Like 80 bucks?
$82. Funny enough, I think the mass airflow sensor is just a little bit less.
There you go. Probably the cheapest part on this vehicle.
Oh, there's the filter. This is the air filter. I mean, the paper filter. So this one is not oiled. So that's good.
Yep.
Booyah!
Little bits of dirt and chunks over here.
Oh no. We got the air box out.
Yeah. So this was a pain because they make it look so easy because it looks like they're flexible, but they're really not. So this is the mass airflow sensor. We've disconnected the component that held it there. We took care of the rings. So now we got to get this off the air box.
So there's the elements in there, right there, measuring the oxygen that's coming in, and when it goes bad, it goes bad.
Yeah, it does. You know, it strikes me that this thing looks like it's never been removed before. So, yeah, this may actually have come with the vehicle. All right, and we got it. Woo.
Hey, there it is.
So this ring goes over both sides of it. It's, yeah.
Might be reusable.
Might be.
Not.
We will try to save it.
Well, let's go get a new one and install it.
You know, at an angle, you could see that there's a lot of stuff on there.
Wow, this has a great new tire smell.
By the time our kids are driving,
Yes.
we'll be like, oh, take it to the electrician. You know what I mean? I mean, it's really a brushless motor.
Edison's shop.
Yeah, go to Edison's. Talk to Ed.
Okay, so let me accelerate a little. Whoa!
The
I just
thrust.
used half a gallon.
What are we down to? Because we may not be able to get back on a quarter of a tank.
Quarter of a tank.
Yeah, we're a mile away. I don't know if we're going to be able to.
Not that bad.
It's terrible. It's like 10 miles per gallon. And that's on a good day.
So good part about the GM truck is that you can actually go to any parts store and pick up a part instead of ordering it right here. Mass airflow. I called earlier and you said you guys had it. There's the old piece.
Yeah, look at all that goo on the
A
sides.
lot of goo. That's why it was so difficult to take off, huh? Here's both of them, the
The old, the new. There you go. Brand new mass airflow sensor, nice and clean. Let's install it and hopefully it really works.
Won't be clean for long. I don't really see why we should be doing all this anyway, because we want to put on a snorkel eventually, right? Isn't that what Roman said?
Yeah, but we still want to drive the truck before then. So now we just have to put the grommets on and get it on.
Get it on!
Let's get it on.
Get on! Yeah, okay.
So it requires a little bit of muscle.
Getting it off was way harder, but I think that's in there.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
All right,
this-
let's
this
slap
comes-
it on there.
Comes with years of training doing this, you know. And take some finagling.
You need some juice?
No, it's getting there. It's moving.
You're really going to town on that, Nathan.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure Mr. Truck would have had a quicker way of doing this. Well, if you're on the farm, the way I actually do is shove it in there with a little bit of chicken snot. I put it around there and make sure that the chicken snot actually helps ease the thing in there. He's gonna see this and he's gonna hit me really hard.
No, he'll have his goats attack you.
Don't go on about goats. We don't do goats.
Okay, so we got the new mass airflow sensor in there. Let's fire it up for the first time. There's Nathan. There's the truck. It fires. Okay, now the next step would be to clear the check engine light. So let me turn it off again. And let me go through this tool to get to the clearing of the codes. Okay, so light is out. It's running really well. Guess we're rolling. Get those doggies rolling. So it's time to get some new shoes on the Hummer.
Well, you know, the best thing we can do
What?
is replace the tires, which are in decent shape, with tires that are in amazing shape.
Macho!
Macho big tires.
And these are BF Goodrich MT2s, mud terrains.
Yeah, you know what? In terms of overlanding, I much prefer those.
Yeah, well, they have not so much snow traction,
No.
but all the other tractions.
That's right. And they look cool too.
So what we're doing here today is replacing the original tires that came on the Hummer, the BF Goodrich All-Terrain KOs, with the brand new mud terrain tires from BF Goodrich. And we're gonna save the old tires and maybe reuse them later because they only have about 4 years of use on them. And we wanna see how these mud terrains really work in a variety of different conditions and also on our overlanding trip. So that's coming up. Oops, this spare tire here maybe is not worth saving. It's got some damage on it. Now these are the front suspension components that we'll be looking to replace. We need to beef up this side in order to make it more worthy. These are the suspension components we will have to change, upgrade to heavy duty ones, so we can go more confidently off-road. Finally got back to pick up the Hummer. Guys at Barnsley Tire in Boulder helped us out. Now these tires look really good on the H2, but the big question is, first of all, how allowed are they in daily use? And also,
how will they perform in the real world? We really want to test them out. Okay, here I am running at 60 miles an hour on the highway on the way back to the office, and I can hear just a little bit touch more hum. The all-terrain tires, the KOs or the KO2s that we have experience with, generate almost no audible hum at highway speed. These mud terrains, on the other hand, just a slight hum. It's not a big deal in my opinion in any way. It's completely livable. As I'm sure you know by now, we're trying to turn that H2 into the ultimate overlanding rig. And so far in this episode, the boys have put on some new BFG mud terrains. We could have gone with the KO2s, but quite frankly, the mud terrains just look badass. We also fixed the oxygen sensor and tried to install a brake controller so that if we ever need to tow anything, we can. But I'm here at the entrance of Gold Mine Hill to see just how good those mud terrains are now. And most of the snow and ice has melted, but hopefully there's enough traction where I can try to go all the way up to 3 stages and see if these new tires that we installed are any good. Now, KO2s probably would have been a little bit better in the snow than these mud terrains, but look at them. That white lettering, it just looks so good. So let's head on up before this next snowstorm comes and actually makes it impossible to go up there again. Gold Mine Hill, here I come. Camera is installed. You know what? I'm going to be a little cautious, and I'm going to put this truck into 4-low lock. Yep, and then I'm going to lock the center differential. Might as well just get everything as off-roady as possible before attempting this hill. Now, ice on one side, dirt on the other. I figure if the left side loses traction, the right side will hold and I won't go sliding into the pole. At least that's the theory. All right, here we go. I think we need a little momentum. That's the trick. So far, so good. I have faith in the H2. GM built some mighty fine off-roaders back in the day. Oh yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. These tires are really doing a great job in just clawing at this both ice and dirt. No problem. They do look good, don't they? All right, this is gonna be stage 2. It's a little wide, and the width is actually gonna be more of a problem than anything else, I think. 2 trees right next to each other, and of course the stump. It's always good to avoid. All right, let's give stage 2 a shot. Whew. You know, it's hard to show just how steep this hill is, but maybe you can tell by how out of breath I am. All right, here we go, stage 2. Got 4-low, rear diff locked, and right before we do this turn, we always come to a stop. It's that about momentum, so I'm gonna come to a stop, and here we go. Around stage 2. Getting quite chewed up now. No problem whatsoever. That was a little bit, well, non-dramatic. Here's the ironic part. Look at all this mud. Maybe we did pick the right tire. Maybe mud terrain was the way to go. Because it's it's nice and muddy here. The more we do these videos, the more people come up here, and it's kind of dangerous. I mean, look at that collapsed mine over there. I think we're making this very popular, and the other problem is, of course, people want to try stage 3, and so what they do is they dig out this massive hole. I'm standing in it, and my camera is about shoulder height, and let me turn the camera around so you can see just how deep this hole is. One other thing I have to do before we go up stage 3, and that is bring the mirrors in. Yeah, it's a little tight. And here we go. And I think these tires are gonna just tear up this stage 3. Just got a good feeling about this. I shouldn't say that, probably jinxing myself. Here we go. Hopefully my wheel is coming up, and with that locking diff, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Check it out. I smell snow. I think we got to this stage just by the skin of our teeth. Well guys, there you have it. It looks darn badass, doesn't it? Those tires are really cool. Look at that approach angle. It's huge. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Made it look easy. Once the snow melts, this bad boy is definitely going up Cliffhanger 2.0. And guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really appreciate the fact that you're part of this journey as we take this old truck and hopefully take it from what used to be a reputation of cruising down Hollywood Boulevard with 22s to actually making it an off-road worthy overlanding vehicle. And this has been the next installment. As always, this is Roman, thanking you for the entire team. Time to go home and warm up. See you guys next time.